What's up, guys? How's things going, man? Dunker Sounds here, baby. It's Monday. Anyway, I thought I wanted to, show you guys a little bit about the studio setup that I've got, and then play you a little bit of this live set thingy that I'm working on. So, if you followed me on Instagram and stuff, then basically I did a little bit of a walkthrough the other day. So, essentially, this is a flight case. I think, it covers most of the screen, basically. You guys can essentially see it. Originally, it was a CDJ, a DJ M900, and another CDJ over here. And I took out the middle two brackety thingies and experimented with this in order to see whether I could fit all of or most of my studio equipment to be able to take it on the road. So essentially, I've managed to fit in a Korg Minilogue XD, a Digitone, and then now a Digitakt. There's a sound card here. It's a Behringer, which is like, if I move this out of the way, there's a Behringer sound card here. And then push 2, obviously. And underneath the push 2, it's like basically underneath here, is a Macmini, which is powering this entire OBS scene that you guys see, along with Ableton, basically. That's booted up by default. So as soon as I start the machine, it boots straight into Ableton. So there's nothing really to press, turn on push, and essentially as long as Ableton starts, this is like set up as the default live set. So all the tracks and channels would essentially show up here on the push. And yeah, I can play it. All the instruments work. Everything's connected over MIDI. So the Digitakt and the Digitone are connected over USB with Overbridge. The Korg is the only thing that's connected over audio that's coming into the sound card. So that's here basically. And so this is the only analog audio input. Everything else is going over digital into Ableton and then out. Is pretty much what you guys hear, right? And the live set, the template, it's actually from Miles. So Miles Kundra, if I'm pronouncing his name right, built a template, and essentially he uses it for his live set. The only difference, I guess, with his setup is that he's got a Mother 32 and a Moog, basically, instead of a Korg. So yeah, I just reverse engineered what he put together, changed some of the sends and returns that he set up. But yeah, I mean, his template is fantastic because everything is like, super mapped really nicely onto the push. So, when you go around, essentially you can navigate quite easily without a keyboard and a mouse. So that's quite nice. And then in addition to that, I was also playing around with the playground from the author of Push Bible. And yeah, so he's made a module called Playground, and then he's got a whole bunch of different instruments. So like the pad instrument, the lead instrument here, 2 soft synths basically. They've got macros mapped for the different types of instruments and the different types of sounds. So basically you can kind of like scroll through different sound parameters and different sound settings with one instrument track. So that's kind of useful. Drums are all coming out of the Digitakt. So in Miles's setup, he's got his drums as loops, and so he's got it in Ableton as like a whole stack of loops over here. What I've done instead is actually just to put all of the loops and any kind of drum type sounds onto the Digitakt. And so right now, I've only got 2 patterns basically, but I just build out drum patterns, and like, so right now I think I'm only using like these 5 tracks. And I think Miles also sets his up where 6, 7, and 8, track 6, 7, and 8, he doesn't really have anything assigned to it, but he uses it for fill. So when he presses fill mode, basically you can use it for performance, transition effects, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it basically. So essentially, I guess this YouTube channel, Twitch channel, wherever you guys are watching this on, my goal is to start writing enough music that I can perform and build out a live set an hour, hopefully an hour long live set that's made up of progressive melodic house stuff, and essentially perform an album. So that's the goal, or that's the plan for next year, to try and work on an album over a 6-month period or so, and then say by June, maybe earlier, take this entire setup. Hopefully, it will be in a more transportable form, probably 2 flight cases, and come in and perform it, right? Wherever anybody wants me to come and perform it, I'll come and perform it. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a walkthrough on the setup, and yeah, play a little bit of this hybrid live set that I've built up for you guys to check out.